I'm sorry. Hello.
Hello, everyone. My name is SeaTactics, and here we are with a very special episode of King of Anime Podcast. It's the award show, part one of the award show. Everyone's so excited, right? Oh, wow. It's maybe a little bit too excited. And today, this is the award show where basically we talk about everything that happens in a season and we give out awards. For today, the awards we'll be giving out is Best Animation, Best Score, Best Opening, Best Ending, and a special award, the one that got away, or the one we wish we covered instead of Rewrite the D. So with that being said, I have some special hosts here. What are you guys' names?
You know who I am, buddy. You don't have to act so surprised. It's me, everything animated, baby.
It's your boy, Sasuke the Savage.
All right. Short and sweet. Simple and to the point. I like it. We will be presenting one anime. We have to argue that anime to the death that it is the best in its category. So, with that being said, let's get on to the first award, Best Animation. My pick for Best Animation is Sword Art Online Alicization. What's yours, Satsuki?
Irizuku, The World of Colors.
Nice. What
And
about
mine is Slime Daddy.
Nice.
Because Slime Daddy.
Yes, Slime Daddy. Slime Daddy is a very popular anime amongst us three. So, let's start with you, Zach, everything animated. Why do you think Slime Daddy has the best animation of the season?
I mean, it's for me personally, I always like to go with the old school hand drawing look. And, I like to give some things a pass if there's a few animations involving computer animation here and there. But this one has just been, even though it's been very minimal, I think it's been very, seamless. And, I just like how the whole overall look of the show is. It's not too cartoony, but also staying grounded. I like it.
Oh, man. So, Irizuku, this show, besides talking about the animation, doesn't really have anything going for it, but it is still considered a good show. And why is it considered a good show? Nothing else other than the animation. This show presents a lot of, it's really colorful. I know that seems like childish, but it's really colorful. And if you watch the show, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And this show is literally based on photography and arts and things of that nature. So I feel like if you actually just watch the first two episodes, and you'll get a glimpse of how great the animation is, but that might be its only strong point, unfortunately.
For me, mine is Sword Art Online Alicization, because I feel it took an otherwise already very good-looking show with Season 1 and especially Season 2, and it said, you know what, we know Fate is really popular right now, so let's make it dark, moody, and let's make the animation almost cinematic. And I think they successfully did that. Whether the show actually is holding up as well as it should be, that is yet to be seen. But for the visual animation, for how fluid everything is, I think it is definitely, I think for me, it is the best looking show this whole year. And there aren't many shows like this that can go after 3 seasons and continue to reinvent itself visually. It looks like a totally different anime from what it did in Season 1 and Season 2, and it proves that A1 Pictures is quite literally some of the best staff working on anime right now in terms of visuals and stuff. And while it does take a lot of inspiration from the Fate series, it still retains its own, and it still looks distinctly SAO. The outlines of these characters are beautiful. the lighting as well. The lighting is actually really incredible. When the sun is setting in the virtual world, it looks like gold. It looks like a gold sunset, and it's beautiful. This anime, for me, it's just got the best animation. So, with that being said, what do you guys? Why do you guys think yours is the best pick, Satsuki?
Um, does your anime have the show in monochrome in black and white?
It does not.
No, it does not. It does not. This show, well, that's kind of spoiling.
Yours automatically wins.
Yeah, I mean, but see, I can't really explain that without describing the plot of the show. Well, I guess that's in the synopsis, so I guess it's okay because the main character cannot see colors, and just the contrast of seeing things in black and white and then changing into colors because there are certain things that she can see in colors. It's just it really looks good.
Oh wow,
it really looks yeah.
That's cool.
Well, I mean,
I lose, then you win, Sasuke.
well, you can't just
Concede.
oh my
Mine
God.
doesn't go black and white and have all these cool colors and stuff. Mine's just a slime, and like the animation of the facial features on the slime, though they may be impressive, pale in comparison to black and white indie film.
So
Exactly.
you
win.
bring up facial animations, and Sword Art Online Alicization has the best facial animations this season, and that's just because once again A1's working on this, one of the finest studios for animation, and you could really get the sense of like what type of emotions they're feeling just from looking at the faces. I mean, it's for example, in one of the episodes, Asuna is confronting these people who put Kirito in this virtual world, and the look of disgust and anger on her face is clearly visible. Well, I mean, it's impeccable, and not only that, but the shadows that cast down on her in that scene. That's something that's underrated, I think, in a lot of anime. Do a lot of anime have shadows cast down from their hair or just from their positioning and where the light is positioned, and how that casts down and creates this shadow on the character's face? I mean, you can see a shadow from her nose, from her eye sockets or her brow. It's from her lips even. They cast a little bit of a shadow, and not only that, but to capture that realism and to also have that ultra realistic looking facial expressions, it's astounding. I mean, it really is.
I can't compete anymore. I concede.
You bring up CGI though. You bring up CGI. I think Slime Daddy has SAO's CGI beat. The CGI in SAO Alicization is awful. There is it's the same episode I was talking about with the great facial features and how well it's good at casting its shadows and how well the facial animations are. In that same episode, there is CGI that looks like, I'm not even joking when I say this, guys, it looks like it's from the PlayStation 2 up-resed. It's bad. And as far as I'm aware, I think Slime Daddy's CGI animation, while was brief in like 5 seconds, was not good, but still way better than what we saw of SAO Alicization. I think if SAO Alicizations was 5 seconds, we wouldn't be having this discussion. But since there was 5 minutes of this awful PS2 graphics, gotta hand it Slime Daddy on that one.
See, this show is more of a show than tell. You guys just have to see it. It's just like I said, it's really the contrast of how the colors come into things and how they just when she visually is able to see colors is really striking. And they have I don't know if they use real world images, but they actually just show the world, and it's pretty damn cool. I think mine's is the superior one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just process of elimination. Which one goes first?
Mine.
Slime Daddy. We're killing Slime Daddy. We're killing Slime Daddy.
All right. So
And you can't regenerate either.
Slime Daddy's dead.
so I feel like PA Works. They always have a certain visual representation for their stories that I feel is very similar to SAO Alicization. I feel like this is tough to pick between these two anime because they're kind of going and they're kind of going for the same kind of production style. Very like glossy, very lots of time and love spent on it, visual effects, something that you don't really see in a lot of studios that, like, for example, you don't really see in Slime Daddy. So I don't know. I think we can go with either or on this one. What do you guys think on that?
I want to fight until one of us admits defeat, and I'm not going to admit defeat. Irizuku is the best.
We'll leave it up.
This is not up for debate.
Irizuku.
All right.
2 against 1.
It's Irizuku. Irizuku wins best animation of this season.
Yeah.
For Irizuku, la la ya.
Now let's move on to the
Maybe
next
that's why I'm
award.
still watching it.
Best score.
My pick for best score for this season is once again returning to the show, Slime Daddy. And that's because, well, I guess I'll explain myself after the fact. But yeah, that's my pick.
Satsuki.
I am going with Zombieland Saga.
I picked Sword Art Online Alicization, and I picked it because it has the wonderful Yuki Kajiura doing the score for this. I don't know do you guys know who Yuki Kajiura is?
He's a really cool dude.
She.
Yeah. That.
Oh, she.
Shit.
Oh, God. Oh, well, I lose. I lose again.
Exposed.
She's worked on scores like the Dot Hack series, Ald Noah Zero, Bakano, Erased, the Fate series.
I love Bakano.
She's done the music for all of the Fate series, it looks like. Yeah, Fate Zero, Fate Stay Not, Unlimited Blade Works. She did the music for Kara no Kyokai, Princess Principal, I think it looks like Black Butler, Maho Shoujo, Madoka Magica, Gundam Seed. She did the score for, well, she did the score for all of SAO, which is considered some of the SAO. The original SAO score is considered some of the best music by a lot of people that aren't even fans of anime. Some of like the best like scoring. She's been in the industry for a very long time, and I've been a fan of Yuki Kajiura since, 2013 or 14. I mean, she's really great. Her music is very, very, very full and emotional, full of, it's obvious that when she goes to score a scene, she really looks at it in a different way than what I think other composers do. I feel like she's looking at it from two different perspectives for me. I think she's looking at it from the perspective of, and this is just, of course, this is speculation, but I believe that she probably looks at a scene and watches it as a fan first and analyzes it and gets to know it pretty well. And then I feel like she makes, afterwards, the best score that doesn't just fit. I think she takes it a step further in what I think the show needs to happen in that scene, and also have really complex music. I feel like there's a lot of scores out there that the scoring's good, right? But it's simple, right? Like a bunch of comedy anime, for example, have simple scores. They don't really go anywhere. I think Yuki Kajiura's score in SAO Alicization goes somewhere. It's not just meant to help that scene in particular. It's meant to help the character. It's meant to make moments rather than scenes, if that makes sense. What do you think, Slime Daddy? What do you think about Slime Daddy's
Well,
score?
I mean, I don't know half the stuff you do when it comes to music, but I just know that when I was listening to Slam Daddy, the music kept me engaged. When there was epic fight scenes, it added to all those epic scenes. It it made everything that much more, like I say, epic, engaging, whatever you want to call it, somber. When there was funny scenes, but yeah, just overall, it just fit the whole mood of being in a fantasy realm, being reincarnated as a slime. So that's that's majorly what the reason why I picked it.
Zombieland Saga. No on Zombieland Saga. Just
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, yeah. Zombieland Saga music by Yasuharu Takanashi. Okay, and if you don't know who this guy is, he's done music for Boruto, Naruto, Fairy Tail. Those are the most
Fairy Tail's really
notable
good.
works. Fairy Tail is very good. Naruto, well, to be more specific, it was Naruto Shippuden, and to be honest, I like the music from the original Naruto better than Naruto Shippuden, but that's beside the point. All I needed was one scene to know that Zombieland Saga had the best score
Oh God,
in the season of the anime,
is it gonna
and
be it?
that scene was the Zombieland Saga rap.
Oh
That's
man,
all you need to hear. That is all you need to hear, and you shall be convinced.
it's a very convincing argument. It is. I mean, I was already very convinced. I mean, I watched the first 4 or 5 episodes of Zombieland Saga, dropped it, didn't like it, but there's one thing. There's one thing I love about that anime. It's episode 2 when the rap battle happens. I love the rap battle. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was incredible. It was funny. Some of the stuff is okay. I didn't really mind that, but for the most part, the whole scene is just incredible, absolutely incredible, and the way it sets up, it's great. Uh, I don't. But what about the other stuff? What about the score? What
Yeah, uh,
about the scenes
that's
when there's
kind of
not rap battles?
there was scenes where there weren't rap battles.
There were, yes.
Uh, yeah. Uh, not gonna lie, don't really pay attention to music like that. You could literally play um Tupac in the background, and I will probably not realize that until someone points it out. That's
Yeah.
how that is how out of tune I am with music and anime. But like I said, just the rap scene, it stood out to me. So I mean, that's pretty much the reason why I'm picking it, because usually anime music doesn't stick out to me unless it's really, really great.
hmm
To me, it goes against Slime Daddy and SAO Alicization. That's to me because I did not like the score in Zombieland Saga. I like the rap battle, but I found the music was it's not like the worst thing ever. But like I said, I was talking about mentioning earlier in this section that you know comedy scores aren't really that unique. It's really hard to make a comedy score good because there's just one emotion, and that's laugh out loud hilarity. That's what you're trying to get the audience to do. You're not trying to get them to think about something. And with Slime Daddy and SAO Alicization, I feel like those scores there's more to them. There's more depth than just comedy. And for me, Zombieland just doesn't do that. I think Zombieland Saga is a better score or I think Slime Daddy is a better score than
Well,
Zombieland
no, you
Saga.
admitted it.
Yeah. Slime
I
Daddy's
win.
better. Thank you. Nope. I'm better.
I think it's a better score than Zombieland at the very least. What I think it
Mm.
comes down to is SAO and Slime Daddy.
Mm. Goodbye, Sasuke.
Uh, I'll disqualify myself.
I don't think that's possible. Let's see. That time, let's search up the mount. I don't know who does the score for that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Do you? Do
You
anything?
know I'm
Is it? Who is it?
defending it.
Oh no. Let's see here. The music. So the music is by Elements Garden. That's who does Slime Daddy. It's not a person. It doesn't look like. Its members are Noriyasu Agematsu, Hitoshi Fujima, Junpei Fujita, Seima Iwahashi, Daisuke Kikuta, Tomohiro Kita, and Haruki Mori.
What have they done in the past?
I have no idea.
Okay, this is their first stuff.
But for Elements Garden, they've done the music for Grisaya. They've done
the Fruits of Grisaya.
They've done the music for B Gotta
Hell
HK.
Yeah. Oh no.
Angel Blade Punish.
I don't know that one.
I don't either. Oh god, they did the music for Symphogear. Symphogear's music is incredible. I love Symphogear's music. They did the score for Udano Princess or Udano Prince Sama Maji Love 1000%.
Jesus.
And White Album Seasons 1 and 2.
Oh man.
They also have a song called Deus Ex Machina.
I'm not gonna argue against that because I don't know, but to me Slime Daddy. Well, I'll say this: Elements Garden. Out of the ones I've watched out of that list, the only ones that I've really liked is Symphogear. I think Symphogear's music, you can't take that away from Elements Garden. What they created with that was incredible. It's an awesome score. But with Slime Daddy, comparing it to Symphogear at least, I don't think it's as good. But this is a different kind of score. We have to go beyond that. If it's SAO Alicization against Slime Daddy, they're both isekai. So which one does the fantasy kind of music better? SEO Alicization, I feel, has more depth because it isn't just a fantasy. It isn't just in a fantasy world. And that makes it a little bit easier for Elements Garden. SAO has to balance, has to strike this balance of being both an isekai and also being in the real world, having characters in a totally separate world than Kirito. And I think that takes a special person behind that to make that happen and to make that sound good. And I think Yuki Kajiura, for sure, I think takes this one easily because she's, out of all of the people that have done scores out of these three, she's the most experienced. She is the most accomplished.
I say she's got a long track record. It sounds like
she does. Everyone loves her music. Her score for SAO Season 1, dare I say, legendary.
No, I remember that. It was actually a really good score, especially with the epic orchestra, the just all those really intense scenes. So I was like, yeah. And then the cousin stuff happened, and I was like, no. Just no.
So I think Alicization score,
I'll give it to you, Alicization, and the her being around for longer than me.
Sword Art Online, Alicization. Now let's move on to best opening.
Best opening for the season is Goblin Slayer.
And my best opening of the season is Baki. It's the second opening.
Mine is Bunny Girl Senpai's Kimi no Se by the Peggies. For Goblin Slayer, the people who do the opening, it's the song is Rightfully by Millie. And then for Baki, the second OP is The Gong of Knockout by Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Hell yeah.
Also a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just immediately for mine, I'm a fan of Bubblegum Pop. Just talking about the music first, then we'll get right into the animation. Bubblegum Pop, while it is on the surface simple, The song is more complicated than that. The song has complex time signatures. Rightfully does as well. We're going to get into a time signature battle, me and you, Satsuki. You don't even understand anything what's happening with these time signatures speak, but it's a
I
thing.
don't even know what the hell's going on.
It's not just a pop song. It's a song that appeals to me in the sense that it has electric guitars and basses and drums. I'm a big rock and roll guy, and I love that stuff. To be honest, the weakness of this song is the vocals. The vocals, there's something about them. They're too childish. They're too squeaky for me. I like it, but I don't think it's the best. I think that's the weakness of the song. The catchiness of the vocals and how she sings it, the bass of it, the if you distill it down to its pure essence, it's a really catchy song. But for me, where this song kind of excels is its crazy time signature stuff that it's having in a pop song, which pop songs are usually like 4 chords. This is not a normal regular anime opening song for me. This is totally different. This is it's both familiar but familiar on the surface. As for the opening visuals, I think it describes the show or it presents the show really well. You have Sakata running in the middle of it when the chorus hits to I guess, you know, rescue Mai from whatever it may be, or one of his harem girls. It shows off the setting of the town they're in really well, and it shows off all the characters. It shows Mai in her bunny outfit. It shows off Kaeda. It shows off all the characters, all the main important characters, even, you know, kind of, it doesn't give everything away. It's also original. This isn't a clip show kind of opening here. It's totally unique in that sense, and it shows off the characters that are going to be in future arcs and stuff like that. So, Satsuki, why do you like the opening of Goblin Slayer so much?
Well, for most openings, I don't watch them, or at least I watch them the first time around, and if they don't catch my eye, then I usually skip them from then on. So with that being said, there has been no anime besides Goblin Slayer where I've liked the opening, at least from what I've seen. And I don't know, with Goblin Slayer, I love when music has that calm and then it just starts really going into it, and that's what Goblin Slayer did in its opening. We're not talking about the visuals yet, so I'll save that for later.
I would say about the song, rightfully, I didn't like the vocals for it. I thought the English was, some of it was good, but most of it was unintelligible. I couldn't understand what she was singing. I understood what she was singing was edgy as fuck, though. That's what I knew what she was singing about, is something about dying and blackness, and it was death metal stuff. The Peggy's Kimi no Se and Rightfully by Millie are comparable in the sense that while they sound completely different and are trying to achieve completely different things, like, for example, I think Rightfully, the Goblin Slayer opening, is trying to bring the tone of the show into the song, which I think is really cool. I think both of our picks try to have like a unique time signature, and just like, it's really hard to explain time signatures. I can't really explain them, but basically, it has that sense of where it feels like it's disjointed, but it's not. And I like that about Rightfully, and I like that about Kimi no Se as well. It feels like it's stuttering at times, and I really like that. It creates a sense of uniqueness. It makes things really compelling. It makes things interesting for the listener. The song is not easily, it's not something you can easily guess. And for Baki's opening, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, that song is straight up just metal.
Let me tell you all about it.
All right.
Let me tell you all about it there, homie. Yeah, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, yeah, as you were saying, is straight up metal. I think I got my first taste of like metal in anime when it was Death Note, with Maximum de Harmon. They put on. I was just listening to that opening and I was like, I didn't know this could ever be an anime. This is fucking great. I love this. I remember just totally rocking out to that. But yeah, they've this band, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, has done quite a bit of shows. One of their most famous openings is Let Me Hear, the Parasite opening, which is just it's just so amazing. I remember it was like 25 episodes and they never changed it once because they knew it was that good. It's in Hunter x Hunter as well.
Yeah.
There's Sasuke. They're in there rocking it out, and they even were in I remember seeing the anime. It was called like Brynhilder in the Darkness. Terrible anime, by the way.
I read the manga
terrible
for that.
anime.
The
terrible,
manga's
terrible.
even worse.
Yeah, but the opening was awesome. Like the opening, I just remember just totally just getting into it. But then when the show starts, you're like, oh, well, that's a shame. but yeah, if anyone here is a fan of kind of like heavy metal mixed with like EDM mixed with just absolutely weird Japanese rock, because they are, I mean, you listen to any heavy metal Japanese band, they're weird. They just add in like a random piano kind of in the middle, like a piano solo.
It's progressive. Fear and Loathing in Las
Yeah.
Vegas is progressive metal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know the names for it. I just know they're definitely unique. And that's what makes this particular opening just all that much greater, because it's about fighting. I mean, what better way to get pumped up than to just listen to heavy metal?
I think for the visuals for Baki are terrible. It's just a guy shadow boxing. I don't think it's, for visually speaking, I don't think it's good.
Well, it's sure, visually it's not the best thing in the world, but hey, who needs visuals when you have everything turned up all the way to 11 and you're just listening to everything? You're like, oh yeah, I'm ready for this
Yeah.
show.
You can't even see the visuals when you're banging your head listening to this opening.
Mm-hmm, exactly. You just looking out, going, "Oh, Fear and Loathing."
I'll say this: if I was at some mythical Walmart where they had all three of these bands like on a shelf, and I was like, I have to pick one of these three, I'm picking Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, like straight up.
Yeah.
Peggy's and Millie, that's like one of my last picks, man. like I wouldn't pick any of those guys. I pick as many Fear and Loathing Las Vegas songs over the Peggy's and Millie. That being said, I have listened to some of the other Peggy's music, and I don't like it as much as this. Surprise, surprise. What do you think? What do you think about the visuals in the Goblin Slayer opening?
They're also boring.
Yeah, it's generic-y, It's it's like you're just running nowhere. A lot of pan out type of shit.
I'm surprised they didn't have a freeze frame of them jumping in the air.
Jumping in the air, smiling.
Yeah.
I mean, the pretty much like the only like good one was where you see the characters, they're like in circles, and then they have another scene where you see the Goblin Slayer and the circles are his shield. I think that was like the only good thing about it, but yeah. I'll admit the visuals in Goblin Slayer, the opening, they're pretty basic.
They're better than the actual show, though. I will give it that. The actual show, Goblin Slayer, does not look good to me.
First episode was great. Everything else was bleh. Like they just spent the budget on the first episode.
I think the Goblin Slayer opening does explain the show very well, and the fact that Goblin Slayer is generic. Isekai. I think the opening for Goblin Slayer is generic in that sense, where it shows you, hey, this is going to be pretty generic. Get ready. The song...
We figured it out, guys.
The song
we
totally
figured it
deceives
out.
it. The song says this is going to be a 10 out of 10 show. The opening does not. For Baki, the song says this is going to be a million out of 10 show. You're going to love it. And the opening itself, the visuals say, is it just a guy like shadow boxing? Like he wants to be the best shadow boxer? I don't know what's going on here. What's the point of this show?
He wants to be the very best, like no one ever was.
For Bunny Girl, the song, it's got its issues with me. I don't know about you guys. It's got its issues with me, but I think the visuals represent it pretty well. We got an interesting problem here. The visuals for Bunny Girl Senpai, I think, are the best out of these three. But I think the song for Bunny Girl Senpai, the song by the Peggies, Kimi no Se, I think kind of it loses something between these two. These two openings are very, very good music-wise. What do you guys think? Who do you think wins?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Mine wins.
I lose in the visuals. I'm second in the visuals, I believe. I think Baki's is the worst.
Yeah. I think I'm terrible.
Is pretty bad.
Yeah.
In the song, I guess. I guess I'm last in that. I think I like the Bunny Girl Senpai song, so I think I'm out of it.
It's tough. Well, Satsuki likes my song, so
paper rock scissors for it.
I don't know. Satsuki decide which one wins.
I think Bunny Girl Senpai wins because Baki's the song is good, but I don't think it can carry it past his visuals.
All right.
All
Best
right.
opening goes to Kimi no Se by the Peggies.
Kimi no Se, Kimi no Se, Kimi no Se.
Now, on to the ending. The best ending. All right. Best ending. All right. Okay, so here we go. Mine is Double Decker, Doug and Kirill, Buntline Special by Vicky Blanca. What do you got, everything animated?
Mine, surprisingly, is the 5th ending of Black Clover. It's
4.
actually
By Kahano.
No, it's the 5th one.
Yeah.
Not the 4th one.
No, the song's called 4.
Oh! Ain't that a bitch?
Megumi Han is singing it. I'm a big fan of Megumi Han. I think she's great.
I got Karakuri Circus by
Lazarina.
Lozarena. Yeah.
I don't like the ending for Karakuri Circus. I don't like the opening either. I tend to ignore them as best as I can when I go to watch Karakuri Circus. Just like how the writers of that anime try to ignore explaining things.
Like that one girl.
I fucking love the ending for Black Clover. Black Clover's... Yeah. I love Megumi Han. I thought when you're like Black Clover, I'm like, Black Clover? The hell? That thing's still going? And I watched it and I was like, it's gonna be tough. I like Buntline Special. God damn it. By Vicky Blanca.
Buntline Special.
Buntline, you guys.
Buntline.
Bunt.
Hey.
So the song is just straight up punk rock, and I love punk rock. I love rock and roll. It's like the song starts off with a 3, 2, and it doesn't even finish it. It hits it like right before 3 when the song starts, and it's just, and the guy, the first thing he says is, I don't give a shit, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. That being said, the Doug and Kirill ending, it shows off the CGI models, like it's the cover of that Gundam anime, Unicorn, I believe, where they're just all on top of each other. And they're making poses and shooting people or whatever. But some of it's got really awesome, like very comic book from the 80s kind of visuals. I love that. But I will admit, Doug and Kirill's ending, doesn't hold up to even Karakuri Circuses or Black Clover. And while the song is good, I picked the worst one out of these 3. I had my favoritism towards rock and roll. It was loud and proud. I love that. But I think it's between Karakuri and Black Clover.
Well, if that's
awesome.
the case, I'm going to have to concede to Black Clover because I listened to it and I said, fuck, I lost as soon as I listened to the song. I mean,
too good.
The visuals are like, all right. They're all right. Like, kind of typical, but the song is great.
Megumi
You know,
Han.
I kind of
She's
picked
great.
Yeah, I kind of picked mine, Karakuri Circus. Like I said, I don't really pay attention to music, especially openings. I mean, not openings, endings, especially endings, because usually after the episode is over, I'm out as well. I check for after credits and then I'm out. But I kind of picked mine by default, but I think Black Clover is the best.
I guess I picked a good one. Thank
I
you.
agree. I think Black Clover takes this. It's just too good. It has everything that I liked in the Peggy song and everything I liked in the Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas song. And it also has this weird, like, the vocals are like, I don't want to say they're like rapping, but it's very like almost like, it's just the way the words flow. I don't know. It has this nice bouncy feel to it. I really like it. Yeah, and I think Black Clover wins this. Like, straight up.
Yay.
And its visuals are great.
Yeah.
The music's great. It's got Megumi Han. Megumi Han is always a plus. There we go. So
Awesome.
now it's on to the last part of the show, the one that got away, or the one we wish we covered instead of rewrited.
This should be fun.
So, what is your guys' picks for the one that got away? Mine is Double Decker Doug and Kirill. I think it's a brilliant comedy. Hilarious. And not only is it a brilliant comedy, but it's got awesome action.
So I pick and bloom into you.
Yes. I'm picking. Sorry, I was daydreaming. I'm picking. Rascal does not dream of Bunny Girl Senpai.
It's a good one.
That would have been nice to have picked. Then we all could have been in the podcast together.
Yeah, they would have killed it by episode 4 or episode 5 or whatever it was.
Yeah, true.
So I don't think we would have killed Bloom into you. Let's tackle it from this first. Which one out of these three do you think would have been killed? I think Bunny Girl would have been killed.
Bunny Girl would have been killed by the Futaba arc.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything about yours, which is the Buddy Cop one. And I guess I don't know anything about Bloom into you either. So
yeah, that's the funny thing. It's like we have perspectives on each of
the picks.
So what Bloom into you, we would have not have dropped it because
I don't think so either.
Good. Yeah.
I think we would have kept Bloom into you. But I also think we would have kept Double Decker Doug and Kirill because it's so freaking hilarious. I have compared it to it's this season's Hinamatsuri. Now, is it as good as Hinamatsuri? Nuh-uh. It's got issues. But let me tell you, my friends, Double Decker Doug and Kirill is great. It's got a Terminator reference in it. It wins. Hinamatsuri had a Terminator reference in it. Had 2.
And a Spider-Man. But that's in the
yes.
manga.
You want to know that's ironic? Is Rewrite the D had a lot of Terminator references.
Let's not talk about that. Double Decker Doug and Kirill has a Back to the Future reference. They ride in a DeLorean.
Oh, did they go back in time and they reach 88 miles per hour?
No, but the DeLorean can transform. I will say this though: some of the weaknesses of Double Decker Doug and Kirill is that the show seems to have this attitude of it doesn't care about a lot of things, like the ending song where he starts off, he doesn't give a shit. It's kind of like this. Double Decker Doug and Kirill, everything in it I enjoy. I think it's hilarious. At one point, it subverts your expectations so well that there's this trope in it where Doug, Kirill's partner, Kirill is like the replacement for Doug's partner. And Doug thinks he's dead. Like, he thinks, like, Doug is like, my partner's dead. And everyone tells him, yeah, your partner's dead, dude. It's revealed just, like, off the side, episode 4, he's alive. And not only is alive, he's a bartender. That's it. And all he did is change his hairstyle. And Doug doesn't know. And everyone else does. And that makes Doug an asshole because Doug is an asshole. It's hilarious. And same thing as well. Kirill he's trying to find his sister. He's like, my sister left me. I don't know where my sister is. And there's a joke in this series of like Doug's always like, Kirill, you kind of look like a girl. And Kirill's like, I've been told that for like since I was a kid. I know. And then episode 7 or 8 or whatever, randomly it's just revealed, oh, here, like at the same bar that Doug's teammate is at, or his former partner is at, Kirill's sister is there. It's like, wow, that's Kirill's sister. They both look like girls because Kirill's, it's Kirill's sister. Here's the thing, though. It's the same voice actor as Kirill, and Kirill's sister is a dude. And he didn't tell his own brother. I thought that was hilarious. But the point is, they move on past that stuff almost immediately. And it never gives room to breathe for those kind of jokes and that kind of story. But everything else, I love. I love this show. I think it's great. I don't think we would have ever dropped it. I think we would still be watching it now. The thing is, though, it started in. It didn't start in the fall season. It started in at the very tail end of the summer season. Very odd. The dub is fantastic for Double Decker Doug and Kirill as well. The dub is amazing. Bloom It to You has a terrible dub, but I don't think we would have dropped either. It's very hard to choose between these two because I don't think we would have dropped any of these. So I think we have to tackle this from a different perspective. Which show, based off our arguments, is better? Me and Satsuki have seen Bloom It to You. None of you have seen Double Decker Doug and Kirill. That is very hard for me to argue that.
And I've only seen Bunny Girl, so.
In my opinion, I think Double Decker Doug and Kirill is a better show than Bloom It to You. I think it is such a far and away better show than Bloom It to You. I think it runs circles around it. And that's because Bloom It to You's story goes in circles. Circles and circles and circles, and it keeps going and it keeps going, and nothing is happening, and when is something going to happen? It's not happening yet. That's Bloom It to You. The good thing about Bloom It to You... The art and animation and the music, everything but the story is great. I love the characters. I think the characters are great. I think they're well characterized enough to where I like them and I enjoy them and I remember them. I remember their names. I remember you. I remember Nanami. Maybe not the other ones. But I also find some of these characters annoying as well. There's this guy who just wants to watch people fall in love. That's creepy. Also, his character sucks. I hate his character. I can't say that I hate a character in Double Decker Doug and Kirill. What do you think about Bloom It to You, Satsuki?
First of all, I would like to object that Bloom It to You runs in circles, at least with the anime, because I think the anime is doing a much better job. I think in a manga is really glaring because, first of all, the chapters come out once a month, so the pacing is very slow. So I think the anime, in anime form, the story, at least for where it's at now, seems like it's going somewhere. So yeah, I can't really compare it to. It's like C has the advantage because I can't say anything bad about his anime. It's just like I have to defend Bloom It to You.
Your anime's terrible. They're SeaTactics.
Yeah. Doug and Kirill sucks.
Yeah. Bloom It to You is just people kissing. I hate it.
More like Double Decker Taco.
More like Bloom Into Don't.
Yeah. Bloom Into shit.
Bloom It to You has the best girl of the season, I think.
Who's that?
Double Decker Doug and Kirill has
Yui Koito.
Yu Koito is great. She's awesome. Love her.
Koito is her name?
Double Decker has multiple girls that are very funny, very hilarious, very well written. There is a girl in Double Decker Doug and Kirill who it's public knowledge that everyone knows that she's a robot. She's like a Terminator. She's a robot. Doug, on the other hand, or no, not Doug. Doug knows. Kirill, on the other hand, doesn't know that, and he tries to keep it a secret from everyone, but everyone knows that she's a robot. The public knows she's a robot. Every person on planet Earth knows that this girl is a robot, and he doesn't. And it's hilarious, because every time there's like this one scene where she's starting to talk about like what she's going to do on the mission, and she's like, "Since I'm a robot, I can." And then Kirill's like, "Yeah, since you're a robot," and he does like a robot dance, and it's hilarious because he's trying to cover for this woman who it's public knowledge. Everyone knows she's a robot, so he's an asshole. Doug and Kirill are both assholes. I think that's even a joke in the series. And there's other characters, other female characters I really like as well. I don't know. I think it's Double Decker, Doug and Kirill over Bloom into You. I think we wouldn't have dropped either of them. If this was pick 2 anime, I think it would have been Bloom into You and Double Decker. But since it's one,
Wait a minute. Why does Bunny Girl Senpai not even get any respect? I don't even get to try to defend Bunny Girl Senpai.
Bunny Girl Senpai, we would have hated. Like, literally hated. It would have been, it's bad. It's a bad show.
Here, listen. The thing about this award choice, at least in my sick, twisted mind, I'm not thinking about which show is going to be the best. I'm just thinking about which show is going to be the most fun to talk about. Bloom into You, although it is a good show, in my opinion, I don't think it would have been fun to talk about because you would have been talking about girls kissing. And
ew, girls, cuties,
girls.
That and but well, with Bunny Girl Senpai, as much hate as you guys, especially SeaTactics, give,
especially SeaTactics,
it seems like a fun show to talk about.
It really would. I mean, yeah. Sorry to interrupt you. You do bring up a good point. It would be a good show to talk about. It really would. Like, I think the first 3 episodes alone would have been enough to have made us really like it. But yeah, it would have been a great conversation piece, I think.
Same for Double Decker, Doug and Kirill, you guys. Double Decker, Doug and Kirill has the references.
No one cares.
It has the drama. It has the comedy. The jokes are hilarious. They have great timing for these jokes. You can discuss the jokes. It's great. The characters are funny. It's hilarious. There's a bunch of action. It's hilarious. There's fighting and action. It's hilarious, guys.
Is there any Yuri though?
There's a character named Yuri.
That
doesn't count. Well, Bunny Girl doesn't have Yuri either.
Yeah. Okay, we're going with the other one then.
The other one.
The one that we don't talk about. We're going to Citrus. Bloom into Citrus.
Oh God.
Wait. So okay, who wins though? Who wins? I don't think we would have ever dropped Double Decker. I don't think we ever would have dropped Bloom into You. I think we would have dropped Bunny Girl Senpai. I think we would have dropped.
Yes.
We would not only dropped it. We would have been extremely prejudiced against this anime when we dropped it.
Sasuke might have saved it. You never know that.
We would have both killed the episode by the Futaba arc. You know that, right?
Oh, now this begs the question: would we have killed this one or Goblin Slayer first?
We would have killed Goblin Slayer before Bunny Girl.
I mean, didn't it last like 5 episodes?
Yep.
Yeah. Bunny Girl lasted like 7 or 8
It's
until
still
it got
going.
really bad.
Yeah, I think it was episode 7. I think, yeah.
I think Double Decker wins, you guys.
Yeah.
It's between
I'm hungry for
girls kissing.
hungry for tacos now.
It's between girls kissing and Bloom into You. Or fuck.
Wait, that's the same
Holy
thing.
It's between girls kissing and Double Decker. Which one? I don't know. I can't answer this because he would have never dropped either of these.
I was gonna say, well, everything is past tense. It's all in the future, and we, hindsight's 2020. So I mean, we never would have known if we would have kept it right away or dropped it.
I mean, I'll go with the Krillin. Yeah.
Krillin, he's one of the cops. Yeah, I'm a cop.
Dougie. I'll go with Dougie and Krillin because
I don't care which one wins this, to be honest, because we both win.
Yeah, it's just like with Bloom into You. Like I said before, I just, although I think it's a good show, it's just not a show I would look forward to talking about on the podcast as much. I mean, even I've dropped out of doing reviews for it, even though I'm still watching it. It's just a show I enjoy on my own, really.
You gonna do a full review for it when it's over?
Hell no.
I am.
Maybe the manga when it finishes.
All right, so who wins?
Dougie and Krillin.
Dougie Fresh and Krillin Double Decker Taco.
All right, double decker krill. Yeah, we did it. So that is the end of the awards show. We had some winners, we had some losers, lots of losers. Though I think you guys, the audience, have won out on this one. So with that being said, shout yourself out, everything animated.
I am a wonderful human being. I'm on Everything Animated YouTube, and you can find me there with my weekly Bunny Girl Senpai reviews. And I need to get on that 12 Days of Anime thing, so I'm gonna do that sometime in the future. So that's where you can find me, just on my YouTube.
Sasuke.
I am Sasuke the Savage. I am not nice like my friend Everything Animated. I would be what most would consider a jackass at times, but my channel
You're
is
like
great.
Doug.
I believe. Yeah, I guess. Is Doug a jackass?
He's an asshole.
Same difference. Yeah. Yeah, you can check out my channel, Satsuki the Savage, second channel, Satsuki the Reactor. As the name implies, that is where I live react to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3 right now. Keijo is in the works because I heard Keijo is a fun show. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah. Check out the Tweety, King Daniels JR. That's pretty much it.
All right, see you later, everybody. On the next episode of King of Anime with the Part 2 award show thing. I don't know what I was going with that there.
You failed miserably, and you should feel bad for failing.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Done it.